We are live.
Yay!
Welcome to the penultimate night of the Conjuring universe watch along Night Marathon 9. It's a lot of words. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back.
What is Daffy Duck doing here?
Well, it's Donald Duck, first of all, and it is my child's. So our house is littered with kid toys.
Yeah. My house is basically just a giant playroom for a child.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I have one.
We can't see it, but behind me, all back there, is just toys.
yeah. I remember thinking when we had kids, we were like, we're going to be good. We're only going to have like one room for their toys, and they're only going to have so many. And then now you're just like, the only room that doesn't have toys is like the bathroom. Like that's
Our bathroom.
Yeah.
I was going to say
The
bath
master
time.
bathroom.
You don't have rubber duckies? What's going on here?
Hello,
Yeah.
friends. Tonight we are watching. Did anybody do the beginning prattle while I was gone?
Nope.
Cool.
That's good job, Jake.
No,
I
not at
know.
all.
Welcome to the evening. We are going to be watching The Curse of La Llorona. Llorona. Curse of La Llorona. Larry Corona. And that is currently on HBO Max if you have the streaming service. It also blah 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 is available for streaming rental elsewhere. It is nice to know that even if you do this night after night instead of all in one day, the facilities, the faculties, the mental faculties do still degrade at a similar rate. It's nice to have you. It's nice to see you. Grab your streaming service of choice. We're going to get right into this tonight. Has anybody seen this one before? Yeah. No.
Nope.
I've never even
Yeah,
heard
ladies.
of it.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think Tamara was the only one that saw it, and
Yeah, and she had a long stream, so she's not going to be joining us. Tommy still was at work, and Mary is exhausted as well. So, guys, a skeleton crew of 5 tonight.
We can do
oh
it.
man,
Are you
an
ready?
extra 20% of jokes that we gotta cover.
Oh, it's true. Also, guys,
That's true.
if you are getting this on HBO Max, you're going to want to go to Second 37. They've got like a trailer, then they've got the HBO feature presentation, whatever that they do. So just
Yeah.
make sure to queue it up to like 37 seconds because, Jill, you're doing a streaming rental, right?
Yeah, Apple.
Okay, cool. So like the counter's going to work for Jill and people like Jill who rent it. HBO Maxers are going to be starting at 37 seconds. So the count along timer is not going to be quite synced with the HBO Max streamers.
Is the 37 seconds before the, I'm assuming, what, WB logo?
Yeah, before the Warner Brothers logo
Okay.
comes up.
Cool.
All right, let me get the timer up, even though it's only going to work for people who are streaming rentals.
It's all right. This 37-second thing isn't that bad, I promise.
It is.
Totally figured it out.
Sounds awful.
We have quite a bit of background business coming from somewhere. Is it you, Robert? Is that Evangeline I hear?
Oh, yeah, it might be. She's putting the kid down.
All right, cool. Just wanted to see if we could get a beat on it. Cool. All right, grab your movie. Here we go. I got to get everything all sorted out. Got to pull my timer over here, my movie over here. Everybody ready? I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. We all press play at the same time on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And then the movie, away we go. Everybody ready?
Oh, we're watching Away We Go.
No. It's a great movie. That's a great movie, though. I love that movie. Everybody get set. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
WB logo. Nice and cloudy, like it's been the last week.
I had 2
Oh, wait.
meetings today.
We've got somebody. Is somebody listening to their movie out loud?
Oh, it's
Not me.
Does that get rid of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
totally.
Oh man, it's coming through my headphones
Oh.
that I'm using. So I have my headphones plugged in to my laptop. I don't know how to do this. This is how I did it last time, and we didn't have an issue.
So you're watching your movie on something other than your laptop?
No, I'm watching it on my laptop.
Oh,
Oh, I know what it is. I got it.
cool.
Problem solved.
Kitty.
So, am I to understand the Conjuring just hates kids?
Yeah, I mean, for real. Like, for real, dude. When I read
Yes, that sounds accurate. Yeah.
what the, like, myth of, or the legend of La Llorona was, I was like, okay, great. More child murdering. Fantastic.
Is she a boogie woman of some sort?
She is the
I'm
spirit,
guessing.
supposedly, according to the wiki of her, like, the legend is a woman who murdered her children and wanders the
Yeah.
world forever crying.
As we're seeing.
They get right to it.
Yep. Jesus.
No. Bad news. Bad
Yeah,
news.
that's rough.
I'm glad we are
Bad
modern.
news bears.
Modern day, though. Modernish day. Bless you.
Sorry.
I know you told me she was in this. I'm just so happy to see her.
Here we go. This shot's back, Jake.
Yep. Learn the layout of the house.
See, if the nun had done this, it would have been the whole movie.
Yeah,
That's true.
it actually probably would have made for a better movie.
Oh no, what happened to my sound? That's weird.
I mean, that's a good yin and yang to a woman who murders her children.
Mhm. Thanks for letting us know her husband, who is dead, was a police
Yeah.
officer.
You know what's crazy? These 20 seconds have built more backstory than the Nun movie.
All right, I'm gonna have to come back in a minute. It's not playing for me, so I'm gonna see if I
Okay.
can't close the window and try and get it back up again.
Good luck.
The curse of the Apple rental.
Don't want to feel around for a light switch.
It's funny, we none of us had said anything in so long. It kind of just made me jump. I was saying we're not really not speaking because this is so riveting. I think we just hasn't been much to say.
No, I was into it. I was riveted.
Well, I stand corrected.
Well, I mean, it's the mystery. The mystery's back. Like, who's behind the door? Is it the kids or is it the La Llorona? Like, what's one more night mean? Like,
Yeah, I was wondering about the one more night.
the storytelling is back, at least so far. Specify, but
I think that this is a follow-up question.
I love that she's watching Scooby Doo. It's a good little nod to horror.
Yeah. Little ghost. Open on a cartoon ghost.
Oh, also, Linda Cardellina in the Scuba was in the Scooby Doo movies now.
That's right. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Just dawned on me. I mean, not to necessarily open up a whole can of worms, but for a movie that's like about, Latin culture, Mexican American culture, to have it led by a white woman is a little strange.
Sure. I mean, it's not really that strange, but it's probably not the right choice.
Yes. Yeah,
They're trying
strange
to
isn't
get
the right word.
Scarlett Johansson to do it, but it said Scarlett Johansson played too Asian, and they needed
That's what it was.
something else.
And they went to Emma Stone.
Yeah, of course. Like she's too Hawaiian, so
Yeah.
when this movie from? 2019. Yeah, so not a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
Seems like an easy way. If kids weren't sleeping, they would probably wake up after that.
Oh, like from the cop.
Yeah, just some dude busting in with a flashlight. Everybody asleep? Okay, perfect.
Jake, remind me to talk about this during our wrap up.
This movie? I mean, this moment?
I mean, just in general, the Conjuring's love of kids.
Oh, okay.
This must take place in the same hospital from Halloween 2.
It's really dark, yeah.
It's dark, nobody's working.
Except for that guy with the flashlight.
Yeah, just him.
Her tears. I cannot imagine being a single parent.
Is that it? I thought there was more.
No, every time I encounter the idea of them, I'm just like, oh my god, this is hard enough as two people, and we only have one kid, Phil.
Yeah. Ooh, late title card.
Oh, that's
Marta.
Marta from Arrested Development. Yeah, Marta 2.
Yeah, Marta too.
Wait, was she not in police custody before locking the kids in a closet?
Good question.
I don't get how she got there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They love that effect. Huh?
They do.
Mhm.
They do. And it works on me every time. I know you don't feel anything, Phil, but it works on me.
I feel things. Needles.
Annoyance.
Annoyance.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, it's a remake of The Ring.
Child services worker is going to be accused of abusing her children.
Mm-hmm. Good thing Mom parked so far away. Also, I'm going to say it. I think these kids are old enough to stay home.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, why bring your kids to a crime scene? Oh, why not just tell her what you saw? I can see why this is the lowest grossing movie of the Conjuring universe. That's right, I went for a deep burn.
Speaking of a deep burn,
She's got great investigative skills.
speaking of a deep burn,
Yeah. Double.
it's Breaking
yeah.
Bad, I think. Oh,
Yep.
that's
The priest from Annabelle.
Yep. The building?
My Llorona. My Llorona.
This movie is really well shot.
They all are, dude. Like, that's
Right.
one of the, well, except for the Nun. I mean, the production design and art direction and costuming was all very good, but the shot selection was haphazard. But they all look very nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed like the shot of that, like the hospital where they had the kids. Like that shot was beautiful. The city shots. This church shot. Whoa, sorry.
Llorona.
Yeah, that's a huge pool.
I think you're probably still about 7 seconds behind, Rob.
All right, we'll see how this goes.
Ha. Cool. I wonder what that has to do with anything, but it's cool. Stay away from the pool, my little friend.
It's gone. Buy a new umbrella. They're $1.
Drain the pool and retrieve your umbrella. That's cool with the clouds reflecting.
Yeah.
So this, she just likes to burn wrists. That's her thing, huh?
She marks them for some reason. Like marks them and then claims them. How many days later? Did the priest say?
No. We'll just say it's 7 days.
7 days.
Unless they can show somebody a VHS.
And in 1973, that would have been tough.
Yeah.
Warp stabilized. This was stabilized in post. Why do they not say anything?
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't established why the kids never want to tell their mom anything. The mom has no follow-ups on your arm burned. Not even like, let's put Neosporin on it.
It's true, and like not like she saw another kid with exactly that and nothing.
Yeah.
All right, now I think you're about 5 seconds behind, Rob.
How can I still be behind?
Or somebody is.
This just makes me want pizza.
Yeah, I'm closing out the night marathon tomorrow. Pizza on first night, pizza on last night.
Which night was White Castle?
I didn't do any White Castle. I actually had very reasonable food the rest of the time. Who is he?
He's a cop.
Yeah, he was the investigator when the kids drowned.
No, I mean actor, the actor.
Oh,
Sean Patrick Thomas.
Yeah, he looks really
He's
familiar.
Irish.
Oh, Halloween Resurrection.
I knew I liked him.
I'll never. I just don't know if we could ever see eye to eye on anything after that film.
I don't actually like Halloween Resurrection.
And American Horror Story 1984.
You didn't like 1984?
Oh no, I did. He was in it.
Ah. Well, yeah.
Halloween or not American Horror Story season. Now that we kind of know all the pieces, it has really slowed to a crawl.
What?
She needs
I
to
wonder,
find
I
out
mean-
the next bit. She needs to find out the next
Yeah.
bit and start working on how to stop it.
I wonder what we'll learn about the monster by the end, but it's a very different monster from the other movies.
Yeah, this feels a lot more like the kind of standalone horror movies of the day. You know, like the Death Watch and what was it called? Countdown. Like, where there's just like a monster with a thing or like a device with a singular purpose, and you just got to kind of figure out how to get out of it.
Right.
And I like those movies. I would have rented something just like this.
It doesn't seem to have like the same demonic background.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I thought when I was looking this movie up this morning that La Llorona was one of the baddies in one of the earlier Conjuring movies, even just for like a second.
I don't think we've seen her.
I don't think so.
Because I think they said that the Nun and La Llorona and then eventually the Crooked Man are all getting their own movies to be like the 3 spin-off movies. Again, I could be wrong, and this is also from IMDb, so it's not.
Sure. I don't think we previously saw La Llorona, but I do know.
Definitely didn't see her. She may have been referred to at some point and just missed it. Let me see if I can find out.
Like, what is she? Did she hear something? What is she slowly investigating the house for? Okay,
Yeah,
now it makes sense.
Yeah, she heard something downstairs.
Okay. I mean, but she also has 2 kids in her house. She's investigating it like the first thing you would do. She didn't check in on the kids, did she?
No.
So then she would just be marching around the house being like, get back to bed, dude.
But maybe it depends on what time it is.
That's true. That's true.
Like if I heard
this is funny. We switched roles. Like usually I'm the one defending the choices of the movie and you're the one attacking.
I'm just saying as a parent. Right? You hear a sound downstairs at 2 a.m. Probably first instinct isn't my child's wandering around.
Well, not until she gets a big girl bed. And then it will absolutely be my first thought.
She's doing a better job investigating this than she did the burns on her kid's arms.
Fun.
Apparently, this movie was originally titled The Children.
Oh, really?
Nice.
She's going to wake up. He's going to point behind her.
Hey, a little Evil Dead. That was straight up Evil Dead.
Yeah, that whole shot.
Hasn't been the first time.
That's pretty cool. Like the kids will sleepwalk out to meet her, like as like a conceit. I like it. I mean, I don't like it. I don't want her to get the kids.
I don't know. Sounds like you're rooting for the bad guy here.
Also, after watching The Nun, I think it's a smarter move to like have the veil play a larger role with Llorona, because it's just going to be scarier to not completely see what's going on there.
It's hard to make decisions worse than what was made in The Nun. Where it's just like you're going to see the villain for like 40 minutes and it's just going to stop being scary.
Did you all know that since 2005, the MTV Movie Awards has had a category for Best Frightened Performance?
Oh, no, I did not know.
Well, Linda Cardellini was nominated.
But she didn't win?
She did not win.
2019.
Not frightened enough.
I like the breaking mirrors, too.
Too many questions, not enough swinging.
She's asking questions, though.
No one says anything. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
what?
must be a thing. It's gotta be, right?
I mean, it can't so like it's like a subconscious like tick that once you've encountered La Llorona, you're not allowed to talk. Is she like Fight Club? Is La Llorona like Fight Club?
yeah. She was
Do you
originally supposed to be played by Brad Pitt,
Okay.
but he had to drop out.
He knew it would have been cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the producers wanted to hire him because he was in the movie The Mexican, but then they realized he was Mexican.
I actually liked that movie. It's a weird movie. I don't know. I'm just a Gore Verbinski fan.
Yeah.
I knew she was gonna have to go talk to Marta.
I think that's what she's doing now.
Yeah. Sure. I fell down. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't talk to my children.
Oh, damn, dude. She gives good crazy. That's some
She's got the eye for
wild-eyed.
it.
Yeah, that's some wild-eyed business.
How old do we say this kid is? Like 10 to 12?
I'd call him 10.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this though.
No, but I can tell you that if at 10 I was burned and scared shitless by a ghost, I would never want to be alone.
No.
So you would find me at like my friend's house until mom got home every day. There'd be no like I'm just gonna do homework in my house.
Yeah. And at least he's closing it. I thought he was gonna open it. I'd be like, no way ever.
I don't know if there's any indication that he has any friends.
Oh man.
Wow, that's dark.
Yeah. At least hang with his sister.
Yeah.
Man.
No, what? Just keep running.
Yeah, keep running, bro, for sure. For sure.
Just like, oh, she's just in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that a hungry man?
The way you said that, Phil, I think you're jealous, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I could eat.
You're a hungry man, Phil.
Oh, that jerk, Judy.
No.
I mean, she didn't think that doctor was going to say something to her. Say something to somebody after that stare. I don't know what she thought was going to happen.
Hey, wouldn't it be crazy if anyone talked?
Yeah.
was your mom? Anna, you know you can't be here. They're trying to. They're telling you the truth. I would never hurt a kid.
Can't do it.
You may never be.
Did we lose Jill permanently?
Yeah, her computer wasn't cooperating tonight.
That's a reason for childhoods.
Even worse than usual.
Maybe she did.
I was going to say that and then not elaborate.
What is going on here? It's
I just thought it would
Yikers.
was weird. Sam, but he wants us. He wants us to be hurt. Ow, Mom, that hurts. Rinsing.
This is a nightmare.
Different colored hands.
Yeah, not as purple.
Yeah, get your ass up there. Oh my god. Like, what changed? What changed to allow her to open the door?
She was so strong, she ripped it off the handle.
Like a spider.
Mhm.
Yeah. See too much. See too much.
So I feel like it's family decision time and we all need to leave.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
A few years ago, I placed little Liz on veterans list. Things that were popular.
But
With a dog.
uh,
It opened my mind to possibilities that were ordinary. The church works with people who specialize in situations of the internet would have to go through Christ crisis.
are the Warrens in this?
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay. It just sounds like where he's heading.
Yeah.
There may be another way. It's your
Oh, new blood.
If you choose this
Is it Ash?
If it is, this movie immediately becomes good.
now he's a faithful shaman
With a chainsaw for a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Curandero.
Hello, excuse me.
seen you before.
Oh, sure, sure.
Alvarez Memorial.
Yes, I was looking for.
But you've come just to conquer each other. More important things to do.
But I don't think that really. Have you seen this before? What is it?
Church.
No, please, the church sent us here to you.
Yes. It's church business.
Please.
Okay.
Reversed.
Yes. Are the most like
Llorona.
not directly. I have seen what she does. You face it. Has no powers. She was a murderous man consumed. She's the dark spirit. Holy and safe.
Just like Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's good.
I saw you speaking.
I said that you used to be.
The journey began in the church.
So we need help immediately, and you're the only person who can help us. But I don't. I think your help is stupid.
La concesión de la unidad del creador del universo.
It's pretty bad.
I was hoping for black chickens.
Said you turned it back.
What are the kids doing alone anyway?
Yeah.
Find a noisier lantern.
Thing looks like it's powered by kerosene.
He did not react to her being thrown against a wall at all.
It's like, all right, candles didn't work. Let's try shaking this thing.
Have a little urgency. This is your damn kids, lady.
No, of course not. No, he's very crazy. But I did. Now my Llorona's out of the house. Marjorie, those are the seeds. As long as this line remains unbroken, she will not. Do not touch them. Or else you can't get back inside this house.
Can't you just use the back door?
Yeah, right?
Can they leave the house?
I'm assuming they can.
You didn't bring a second set of seeds?
Oh, come on.
That's her special doll that her dad told her would make her not scared.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I don't know if that's worth her life.
Lucy didn't even last 20 minutes.
Get a stick. Got a fireplace poker? I never want to root for a kid to get it, but
Wow.
She broke the beans. Why do they have an Olympics-sized swimming pool in their backyard?
this family doesn't strike me as that well off that on a cop
Yeah,
salary
no,
and
she's
a
a
welfare worker.
She's a social worker with a. I mean, I assume she gets some sort of pension from her husband. I assume died on duty.
Sure.
Maybe they got some tax fraud going on.
Hey, buddy, no rush, but, you know, I'm going to have this bag organized a little bit faster. Oh, crap, I cast the spell that makes the light go out. That's on me. I was supposed to do the no witches spell.
Nobody's really very good in this situation.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah. It's.
I'd be like, Mom, can we sleep in the pool?
It's too late for her. It all just feels kind of ham-fisted. It's just like it doesn't feel at all like humans making decisions or reacting to things.
No.
Yeah.
Jake, you gotta mute your mic if you're gonna be taking out garbage in the middle of a horror movie.
Why fade out? Why fade out between those two shots? Like,
Why not reestablish the seed?
this isn't a trailer. This isn't a movie trailer. That's cool looking. Why are they in a different room anyway? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Stupid mom's wedding dress.
It's quite the attic they have here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a maze.
I already forgot what's the symbolism of this necklace.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was hers. The mom took it off of her.
You save your kids. I'm not going to do it.
He fell on the stack of empty boxes.
Feel like you should have had that cross out the whole time.
I don't think they didn't. They can't use him as comedic relief, like just here and there. Like, did it establish that he was going to make a magic trick happen or something at some point to pay off for that to die?
Yeah, she accused him of doing magic tricks.
Oh, okay.
A Johnny Carson reference.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't like it.
Money.
Some money. Any amount of money.
Yeah, lots of money.
I'll take the
You
little
got
boy.
a daddy now. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
How did the other mom get out of prison? Or
Could have like
the psychiatric
offered
ward?
him a ride or something.
It's a good question.
She
Yeah,
just
I was
popped
wondering
up.
that. Yeah.
I just kind of thought about it for half a second. And she had a gun.
Yeah.
They really used that character wherever they needed someone.
Was there something in that puddle that I
Alright.
missed?
No, that's kind of a thing with some of these movies. They end with you thinking something's going to happen, and then it doesn't.
Yeah, but I didn't.
It's like La Lorena too.
Hmm.
No, that's good. Somebody said they had said that they couldn't hold her because there wasn't enough evidence.
Is there post credit stuff?
I just
No,
I zoomed to the end of the credits just to see.
there is not. Though I read that there is an audible clue. I guess you hear like
Oh,
her crying or a scream or something.
Yeah, there's a woman sobbing over the last
One of-
title card and listening
one of
to it
those
now.
things.
All right. We are back. That was The Curse of La Llorona. La 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 Llorona. Who would like to synopsize this one? Really? Okay.
I can do it. I'll do it, Jake.
All right.
So the movie starts basically introducing this woman who drowns her two kids, and it was in like what 1700s Mexico, something like that. And then it cuts to the 1970s, and we are with a social worker who has two kids of her own, no dad, well, no husband. I guess the kids don't have a dad. She basically goes to a house where La Lorena is stalking the kids, frees the kids, not knowing any better. Kids end up dead. Mom ends up getting blamed for their death. Then
By their mother, like not by the social services.
Not the social worker mother. That mom, I'm just going to keep using moms to make it confusing. That mom, the non-social working mom, prayed to La Lorena to then take the social worker's kids instead of her kids, which then starts the kids seeing La Lorena, never discussing their injuries to their mother.
Yeah.
And then a whole lot of nothing until a final confrontation where the social worker lady and the two kids and a not priest fight La Lorena in the house.
Yep.
And it ends with La Lorena being stabbed in the heart with a cross that was from a tree that witnessed her killing her kids.
Yeah. That cuts right to the chase of it. It felt to me like, I'm so sorry, Phil. You jumped in. I know, Rob. This is your only entry. And Phil, like, you missed all of the. Like Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2 are really the meat and potatoes of this franchise.
That's kind of what happens with all these franchises. You got to see the first two to appreciate them.
Well, it's 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Annabelle was the second one. I'm still, and it's bizarre. Like I still, like it doesn't matter. Like we've had 2 lackluster entries in a row, and I'm still excited about tomorrow night. I still hold out hope. This one felt the least like a Conjuring movie. It felt more like a mid-budget Blumhouse picture.
Yeah, it felt like not even a Blumhouse. I mean, there were too many special effects, but it felt like James Wan's production company was like, okay, just be on the lookout for supernatural horror scripts that are floating around, and we can kind of tool it a little bit to add a very secondary character to give it some sort of link. Like, could you imagine like the Warrens getting a call like on a Tuesday afternoon, and the priest on the other end is like, yeah, we got a job for you out here. Could you imagine them showing up to like deal with this? Like, it just doesn't fit.
It doesn't really feel like it's of the same things that we have been watching. The Nun kind of does, just because of all of the deep religiosity of it. And this had religious elements as well. But I don't know, the feel of it was totally different. The Nun didn't have anything going on. This I was interested in for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
25.
If a movie has characters I'm interested in or an interesting mythology that they explore throughout, that's good. Or sequences, effective horror sequences just wouldn't of themselves. Like, I thought Annabelle Creation, the characters were pretty simple. The mysteries were okay, but like the horror sequences really worked for me. And that still felt like it was part of the whole Conjuring thing. The sequences, there's maybe, like, you think of like a set piece, like a horror set piece in this movie. There's the bathtub. There's the car where she's like rolling down windows from the outside. Doesn't make any sense. There's the...
She had a key fob. That's one of the key fobs.
Oh, is it like a roll down on the key fob?
Yeah.
There's the pulling up of the tablecloth, which felt real like last minute kind of addition.
Yeah.
It just
The
wasn't.
doors.
They're not like the set pieces of the doors.
Like when she was walking around the house,
Okay.
and the boy was at the door, but like you
And
had
then
the
the
other
attic.
door.
There's the attic of the attic was a decent set piece. That felt like a horror movie. But like all in all, it was lackluster. Characters weren't acting out of their own self-interest or the interest of anything. It was just like, well, I guess in this horror movie now we're gonna do this, and then I guess we have to wait a couple minutes before we get to the point where they find somebody that knows about the thing that they need to know. So we're gonna watch TV and not tell each other stuff, I guess. It's just
Yeah. I think that's what bugs me the most, is that like no one says anything throughout the whole movie. Like, I can understand it, like if it happened to the mom first as opposed to the kids, I can understand her not wanting to scare her kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing, I'll take care of
Yeah,
it, because that's what you do as a parent, right? But like, for it to happen both to the little boy and the little girl, and they each collectively are tight-lipped about it, to just be like, I fell. Like, what did you fall on? Like, hot
and
coals?
also, why not? Like, there's no history of like kids being worried that they're crazy or being blamed for something they didn't do or anything.
Yeah.
Like, just tell your mom that something really fucking weird just happened to you.
Yeah, there was a couple of the comments on the side. I can't remember who. It's pretty high up, but like, said that they're, maybe it's something where like the kids didn't trust the mom after the dad died.
I saw that comment too. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, that's certainly possible, but if you don't establish it, or you don't,
yeah, that's meeting them more than halfway.
then you can't use it.
Tamara showed up a little bit here. Sorry I gave you guys any hope at all. This one I like more than The Nun, but it's not great. I also enjoyed it more than The Nun.
Yeah.
But it has that thing that modern horror and Melissa also, like, they really should have leaned into the actual lore more and the culture. This felt like they could have replaced it with any generic ghost or demon or whatever. I totally agree with that too. But I feel like they were trying to do a little bit of that. Like, that egg thing feels so specific. It must be part of some kind of like tradition. Or maybe that's me also just like giving the movie too much credit.
Yeah, I felt like, as opposed to the ghost actually having any of the like culture or lore, they put it all into the priest, not priest.
Yeah.
Like, you are going to be the like window to this world. We're not going to have the ghost play any part of it.
Yeah, and I also would like with each piece we learn a little bit, like, oh, it's a woman who drowned her children, and then her restless spirit or whatever, and then like a little bit later we find out she's looking for children to replace her children or whatever, but we never really learned like what the marking thing was, or like if there was a time period after which she, like, it all seems so wishy-washy. And I guess the pool was a horror sequence too, but it also felt none of it all felt so haphazard. Again, it doesn't feel like there's a really steady hand on the wheel here.
Yeah, you really they don't even explain any part where like the mom had her kids locked in the closet, but there's like the symbol on the door and she's like, there's one day left, but you don't have any.
Yeah, like how would she know there's one day left? Like that's the thing. They never explained the one day left thing, or the eye of protection symbols that were all over that door. Like that could have been helpful to know about for the entire rest of the movie if it was working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Phil, you wanted to say something about The Conjuring hating kids?
Yeah, and this is maybe just me, but like I feel like and you guys are the experts, not me, right? For horror movies, but I'll say like in the past, I'm talking like 80s, 90s, early aughts, I felt like horror movies were like, we can't touch kids, we can't kill kids. Kids always survive. They're this precious commodity. And then I think a couple horror movies that came later are just like, we're going to be the bad boys and we're going to show you that nothing is sacred and we're going to kill the kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's being used too much now, where it's just like, it's like you're trying to get me to care more or be more invested because you're going after the vulnerable. And if anything, it works for me personally, it works against it. Like immediately I like tune out and I'm just like, if you're going to kill kids, and I know this story is different, like because that's the whole folklore, like it's about drowning kids, but like Annabelle, like Annabelle creation going after kids. The Nun was, like they killed Daniel or whatever. Like, granted, that's just kind of a flashback, but if you're just gonna do that, I'm gonna kind of check out because I'm gonna be like, you're trying to be a badass.
This was, dude, you should have, like, if the first Annabelle, they do some really horrendous shit, like, and implications with a baby. It's really rough.
Yeah, like I can't get on board with that, and maybe that's just like as a parent now that I see those things differently. But it's just like, if you're just gonna like, look at us, we killed this kid, we drowned 2 boys, isn't that crazy? It's just like, no, you're just assholes now. Like I'm not on board.
My mom had to stop reading John Saul when I was born because all of his horror is like involves kids.
Yeah.
She stopped reading him. She used to love him. She's like, yeah, I couldn't read it after I had you anymore.
Did you see? Did you see the new It, Phil?
I saw the first one, not the.
What did you think of that? Because that's all terrorizing children.
Yeah, so it's different though because like it's terrorizing kids, but I read the book.
Yeah.
The story.
That already is antidote to it.
But the thing is, like, I also know that the kids survive. I mean, like, it doesn't kill any of the kids. Terrorizing them's fine. I'm all on board on terrorizing.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of terror involving children in a bunch of these movies. Like that's like because they're so family oriented, and I guess everyone except for the Nun has been family oriented. Like something about the family is deeply related to the plot, or like one of the family members gets possessed or targeted or latched upon or something. Yeah,
I think it's, and then I'll let other people speak so I don't dominate. But it's like when I think of the other movie series, like obviously Conjuring, yes, you can say that's all about families, but I also feel like a lot of new horror is doing that. Like, was it The Quiet Place? Is that the one where it's like, hey, we're going to kill off a kid like right in the beginning, just so you know that we mean business. Like, I just feel like they're doing a lot of horror movies are just like, hey, this is sacred ground, and we're immediately going to pay attention by killing kids.
I don't feel like it is sacred ground anymore, just because
not anymore.
It's being
overused, but I still think like horror movies think that they're being edgy by doing it, and it just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Sure.
Almost a trope. So when you kill a kid, you're more scary, no matter what.
Yeah.
You're in that point.
And it didn't help that, and I sort of feel bad for saying this, but the two kids in this movie were pretty bad. I mean, some of it was them being kind of hung out to dry with the script, like
Yeah, that's
making it passive all the time.
Also, not just the script, but also the director. I mean, you look at the guy who was the priest, not priest hero of the film. He was flat the entire time.
Yeah,
No, that's totally true.
He was directing,
and
Linda Cardellini is great, and she also just feels a little off in this picture. I feel like it just.
Yeah. Well, the priest not priest guy. Yeah, I mean, he's a big character in the Breaking Bad shows, and he's like one of the villains in those shows, and he's like super intense. And yeah, just completely opposite in this. You're totally right, but would you be excited to know that the director of this is directed the third Conjuring movie?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, that does not excite me at all to know that information.
Yeah.
How did he get this job? What did he direct before this?
I actually have no idea.
Was it The Crossing Guard at James Wan's school? Like, it felt.
He doesn't have a picture on IMDb, if that tells you anything.
Oh.
It looks like maybe he was possibly a music video director.
Okay.
Because one of the things on his IMDb just before this was a Billie Eilish thing.
Okay. Well, hey, some of those videos are pretty cool, and I am a Billie Eilish fan, so the music video director thing can work. I mean, Platinum Dunes did it too. The Texas Chainsaw remake is still a high watermark for me. I love that movie. I think it's so cool and fun. But yeah, these last two have been kind of a bummer, guys. Sorry. I feel really responsible, even though I did not make them, but I did make you watch them.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't exactly put my finger on why, but just kind of maybe it's just sort of recency. But I don't know. I think I like this worse than the Nun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like there was just something about the Nun that felt more unique. Or something. I'm not sure. It maybe, I don't know. It had more of a confidence in its direction, in its visuals. I don't know exactly what, but this one just like was totally generic, boring, like nothing, no like redeeming quality to it at all.
Generic feels very appropriate here, and I am also a fan of gothic imagery, which the Nun had in spades, and Taste Formiga, but I don't know. I'm more just engaged in movies that are a little more modern. The Nun, yeah, I don't know. I still was more engaged in this than I felt like I was last night. But I'm also one of those psychos who likes Halloween 5 more than Halloween 4. So what are you gonna do?
I hoped at the beginning, but yeah, it just kind of dropped off a cliff and did not stop.
Yeah, there's too much just like nothing, like you said, like right in the beginning it's just like we get introduced to the two kids that die, we get, like basically the kids kind of get marked, and then there's like 30 minutes
and it's meaningless.
It's 30 minutes of like an hour and a half movie where it's like
there's really nothing happening
in a house. It's not even
straight up treading water.
Here's the problem. A much more interesting movie would have been a movie that follows the first family. Like that's a much more interesting movie.
Yeah, that she actually knows the lore and is trying to kind of like outsmart it,
or at least like half the movie.
And I mean, it seems like that seeing how this we see the sort of how we see the aftermath of like what happened to this mother, like actually seeing like that process, whereas the Linda Cardellini just seems so disconnected from
Yeah.
what's happening, you know?
Absolutely, or even like a two-hander. That could have been really interesting and really unconventional, Rob. Is like you said, what if you half and halved it? Like, what if you took her, like you took her story of finding out that the La Llorona was coming after her kids, and then, but you already know the social workers involved, and then halfway through you see the social worker get the wrong idea, get involved. You see her make the decision to try to attach it the other way. I think that could be cool.
I don't even think you need that. Like, I think the point of her character, you know, is to kind of be the you know, the more of the audience surrogate who's outside of the culture. But I think that just creates that disconnect that makes the culture less interesting. Like, you feel less connected to it.
Yeah, like
doesn't feel as
specific.
I mean, just think of the hospital, that hallway scene, like being the climax of the movie. Like, that's probably the best scene in the movie. Like,
I forgot it existed. I forgot it even existed.
That little kid's face when he screams when La Llorona pops up is probably why that kid got hired, because that made me. It was awesome. It was amazing. You don't see that every day. I was like, good job. You're the best part of this movie so far.
Yeah. And also, like, this is a mom seeking revenge for her dead kids would have been a much scarier villain. Like, they could have used her like Pumpkinhead and have her being like seeking revenge on behalf of other parents or something. I also don't know the lore, like the original lore of La Llorona. So
I'm looking it up, and like, what's crazy is we just watched a movie about it, and the lore, just the Wikipedia lore, is like makes it sound 10 times more interesting than what they did for this movie, because like they actually have, you know, like, hey, she kidnaps them at midnight. Like, there's actually there's rules that she follows, and then the movie was just like, whatever, we'll figure it out. Like, you just turned the Wikipedia article into a movie in it.
All right, see, that's enough for me to know. I like, all right. Any other salient points before we head over to the final movie of Night Marathon 9, Annabelle Comes Home? Anything else?
I have one more thing, and this is from the 3 great movies that I've seen now in a row. Is it seems like the powers of the villain are never what I want them to be. Like, there's so many points in this movie where, especially like the bathtub scene, right? That girl should be dead.
Yeah.
Like, how did she fight her way to get the first breath of air? You're going against essentially a demon, and then the demon is able to close the door and essentially lock it for the mom to save her. Like, how does she not eventually open that door to find her daughter dead?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same stuff that happened in like Annabelle Creation, and the same stuff that kind of happened to the Nun. It's just like, you had these people and you were just like, I scared them. That's pretty good, right, guys? And then they just
I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, they piece out of the
stuff later.
And it's just like, just finish the job. And I know that doesn't make for a great movie, but it's
like so something like nothing's truly interrupting the things. They just choose to like toy with them and then wait till later in the movie. I hear what you're saying.
I got you real good when I almost drowned you, didn't I, girl? And then
remember that?
Like,
and then I'll take you to the pool and almost drown you again.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I am still excited to watch one more of these movies, especially with what you said, Aaron, about like what the design of it is. Like, let's explore the room a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's more of sort of in the middle of the quality of the films, but I think it returns to something a little bit more fun.
Cool. Awesome, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. Phil, nice to see you again. Aaron, you are a trooper, man. You are making it through all of these things. It was another year of Aaron. And Rob, I'm so glad you were able to make it to at least one, man.
I tried.
And you succeeded.
Yeah. Do you have a full boat tomorrow?
Yeah, I think tomorrow we do have a full boat. I know Tam's coming back. Jill's coming back if her computer works. I think we do we have the full ride tomorrow.
All right, cool.
We can talk after.
All right. Yeah. So, guys, and again, thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out with us. This is so much fun. It's so much more fun with you guys here. Like, kind of participating and everything.
If it wasn't for this crew, I would have turned this movie off at about the hour mark.
Yeah.
Because
Once I
that
got tired
hour
of
mark
the-
marks about half an hour of nothing else going on. But yeah, it'll be awesome to see some familiar faces tomorrow night. And good night.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
If you hear crying in your house late at night, just
Proud.
fucking go back to bed. Night.